let's talk about food and eating. So food at home when you're shopping is generally less than in the U.S., maybe a quarter less or half of what the U.S. costs, but it depends on what you eat. If you eat local grown foods and you eat national or domestic products and you eat similar to what the locals do, it's much less expensive. So you can get inexpensive fresh fruit and vegetables, chicken, fish, pork, seafood, dairy, bread, very inexpensively. Corn tortillas are $1 for a 2-pound, big hunk of, of tortillas. Wine is $6 a bottle, which is pretty comparable in the U.S. Imported foods are going to be a lot more expensive. You can get lots of imported foods, but they're going to be more expensive like they are in the United States. I have a man who brings lobster, fresh lobster, completely, and I pay about $10 a pound for fresh tails. He takes the tails off right there. He cleans it and gives it to me fresh. I pay $10 a pound. I have a couple different, he'll bring me a fish that he caught today, and it might be $2 or $3 for a large fish for dinner. So if you eat what the locals eat, it is very affordable. If you have imported foods and specialty foods, you want special cheeses that are imported or special meats, you're going to pay imported prices. So it really depends on whether you can eat very similar to what the locals eat. If you want to eat out, it's also generally less than the U.S. by about half, and that is really driven by low labor costs. So if you eat out, you go to a restaurant and they start by preparing, real ingredients, chopping it every much cheaper because the labor cost is so much lower. If you have American-style fast food like McDonald's or Kentucky Fried Chicken, it's going to be the same or even more expensive. An American-style breakfast can be had might be $5 to $7. Beer is cheaper than water in Mexico. $1 to $2 for a beer if you eat out. You can get a bucket of 5 beers for $5. I mean, that's really affordable. Same price as bottled water or a 7-Up, right? Wine is $5 a glass. 100 pesos, maybe 150. A glass of wine in a nice restaurant or a bar might be $7.50 to $9 to $11 in the United States, depending on where you're eating. A margarita or a cocktail can be 100 to 150 pesos. That's $5 to $7.50. Might be a lot more than that in the United States. If you drink a lot, you're going to spend a lot more on alcohol and beverages. So other parts of Mexico, the food and the costs might be lower.